I'll try to be as crisp as possible, okay? And I'll try and give you very healthy tips in terms of how do you build that DNA of employable skills that the firms of today are looking for, right? And in a way, to institutionalize whatever we have been speaking since morning, right, by our other fellow colleagues and peers. Now, as I look at it, it's basically a four-segmented problem, right? Academia, we all know how the academics of our country is not very helpful in helping the youth be employable right from the word go. Self-realization, we need to understand who we are, what we need to do, where we need to go. Employability, and lastly, deployability. The firms are hiring you to deploy you to different kind of projects, right? Now, I would definitely not bombard you with all the demographic and socioeconomic factors or issues that are kind of encompassing the current political and educational and overall situation of the country. Or should I say these are actually arsenal in a way. But what I'll be doing is I'll help you carve out a quick project plan, okay? The firms of today, mostly they are all looking for similar kind of skills, right? Very basic skills in terms of communication, yeah, that's really basic, okay? That is something that is taken for granted. That's how basic it is, right? Aptitude in terms of analytical, quantitative, and logical ability, teamwork, but they're also looking for more complicated competencies like structured, unstructured problem solving, result orientation, time and task management, business acumen, right? And the list just goes on, okay? But trust me, it's superbly easy, okay? All you need is some amount of research. You need to have some amount of awareness. You need to have some kind of networking skills, very important. And lastly, some concerted effort going into this entire project plan, okay, if you take it as a project or an assignment. That's what we do in ZS. We solutionize towards problems, okay, for our clients. We are a consulting firm. Now, if I would have been in your place, and that's what I did way back, okay, your first step should be to start early, right? Maybe the third or the pre-final year, very important. Don't wait for the last minute final year to come by. Trust me, it will just go away in a jiffy. You won't even get any time to prepare for your interviews. It will be full of internships and other aspects of the project, so on and so forth, right? So start early, get your list sorted out, list that you would want to go after, be it on campus, off campus. Trust me, there are tons and tons of jobs that are floating around in the market, even out of campus, even off campus. Okay, there are varieties of sites or institutions that are offering these kind of, that are acting as the bridge, right, between the supply and the demand. Okay, so do your research, get your list sorted out. Start from a blank drawing board, get your list sorted out, and then do research around which all skills or the competencies that I just spoke of they look for in candidates. All of it is available there, right? And then do some amount of self-realization, as in where exactly do you think you are and where you would want to grow into, right? List sorted, add those competencies against those companies, and then self-realize, where exactly am I, right? And then start building from there. If you feel you need to improve on your communication skills, there are a series of institutions that help you do that, develop your soft skills, right? If you believe you need to work on your structured, unstructured problem-solving skills, there are the series of cases that are available on the web by firms like a McKinsey or a BCG or whatever, even ZS for that matter. You can go and solve them. Time and task management, again, solve the cases. They will help you manifold, trust me, okay? So all we're looking for is that correct blend of right attitude and aptitude, right? And then it gets absolutely easy, right? It is not rocket science that we're talking about here. Very simple, very achievable. Research, effort. So ensure that you are meeting your CGPA criteria norms as well, okay? Because we as interviewers or hirers, once you're done with the research, you're done with the competence that you need to work upon, once you know where all you need to build yourself into, the next step for you would be to ensure that you are meeting the CGPA thresholds as well in your academia. Because that's the only way for interviewers or firms like us to understand the pedigree that you belong to, right? How consistent have you been? There's nothing else. We know the projects can be cooked up. It can be superbly collaborative, right? So yeah. And Aspiring Minds, I'm sure we have been working with them for the last 5 years or so. They have been really phenomenal in meeting all our entry-level demand, be it on campus or off campus. So again, one of those avenues that you can use to act as a bridge to reach out to the prospective employers. Okay, so go back today. If you haven't already done this exercise, start from the blank drawing board, list things out, and start ticking against those tick boxes. It will all fall into place. Trust me. That's how I did it back in my days.